Welcome, my fellow nerds. Welcome to our review of the Madam Web trailer. We might be possibly spoiling things, so if you want to go into the movie with no knowledge whatsoever, leave now. Otherwise, watch this video, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment. PS5 giveaway, Sleepy doing that sexy, dirty dance. Super Bowl halftime. Sleepy, since you have the most questions on this trailer, what did you think of the trailer? And then ask any question you want.
Okay, so I'm going to follow up my opinion on pretty much everything I've had today. This shit looked fucking trash to me. Like this did not look good to me at all. Like I could not care less. I didn't even watch a breakdown video. I'm this is one movie like I watched the trailer for and I'm like, dog, so we're doing the same thing that we've done 1,000 fucking times. Go ahead, Tony.
Who are you? Just tell me right now. Are you a scroll? Are you a doppelganger? Who the hell are
I
you right now?
Statement. His
I
statement.
know because I'm usually the wholesome guy. I'm usually the guy who gives everything a chance, but this just looks horrible. Like the story doesn't even gel in the trailer. Like it's just a bunch of scenes thrown together. It feels like it just doesn't look interesting to me. And I'm cool with women team ups. I'm cool with it. I loved Ms. Marvel. I'm cool with all that shit. It's just it didn't feel like a finished movie or trailer. It felt like some TV show I was gonna watch with some crazy Spider-Man looking bad guy who can control time or whatever the fuck was going on in that trailer. So my biggest question is, what the fuck did I watch? Because that doesn't look like Spider-Man to me.
That is known as Ezekiel Sims. He used the spider totem along with Isabella Marcet to get spider powers in the comics. There's a whole, like you saw, the Council of Kangs. There's a Council of Reeds. There's also a sort of Council of Spider-Men from all throughout the different multiverse. Marvel has various multiverses on certain characters, so that's where he comes from. He
Okay.
is basically Spider-Man, and he's trying to prevent Peter Parker from becoming Spider-Man. So he goes back in time and he takes out every version of Spider-Man, the male and the female versions. That's his goal. He also wants to prevent, even though they didn't show it in the trailer, Emma Roberts, who is Mary Parker's, Peter Parker's mother, she is pregnant at the time with him, and he wants to kill Peter while Peter's a baby, kill him now so he doesn't become Spider-Man. So he's basically going back in the past to prevent the future, a la, time travel. Madam Web's powers are sort of really stupid. She's never been that popular a character, and I've never really cared for her. There's a great version on the old Spider-Man TV animated show from the 90s that basically shows a Spider-Man's version of Secret Wars, where Madam Web is pretty big. It was voiced by Stan Lee's wife. That's really the only reason I actually watched that. But other than that, I agree. This trailer is pure garbage. Another fucked up Sony piece of shit. Sony, just stop. Stick with making video games about Spider-Man. Don't make movies. Don't make shows. Just give the character back to Marvel. You can make as many video games as you want. As someone who is not a video gamer, I heard it's great, but just stop. Sleepy, more questions?
Oh no, I was just gonna build off what they can do. They can stick to animated. They're great animated.
Mm-hmm.
That
Yeah.
just I love Spider-Man, but what in the fuck was that trailer? Like, at least give us something more. Like, cool, this lady can see the future. Thank you for the cliche that I've seen in 1,000 different fucking movies.
But that is actually her from the comics. That is basically her only power. She's paralyzed. She sits in a wheelchair and can see the entire Spider-Verse, for lack of a better term. Trust me, it works in the comics, but I've never been the biggest Spider-Man fan. By the time she became more induced in Spider-Man, I had already jumped ship. Like 70s, 80s Spider-Man was perfect. Once Todd McFarlane left, it sort of fell off. But yeah, this trailer sucked. Gecko?
Oh, hello. Oh, yeah. No, I think this trailer does suck. To be honest, I have to agree. I was watching it. It felt like fucking Final Destination, corny ass movie.
Yeah.
I was watching. I was like, "Oh, this reminds me of that corny ass Final Destination." Hey, but I liked it, them corny ass Final Destinations. I'm not even gonna lie. But at
Hmm.
the same time,
They're
I
supposed to
wasn't
be
feeling
corny.
it. It felt like, I don't know, not another teen movie type shit. I don't know. I wasn't really feeling it. And to be honest, um, most likely we will go watch it because we have to do it for this channel. So we'll bear your suffering, or maybe not, because we did not see
Morbius.
Morbius. So if it's really bad, we're not gonna go watch it because
I
that
think this might flop worse than Morbius.
could be.
No. Kraven the Hunter will be worse than both of these.
I
Oh,
don't know. Kraven the Hunter looked way better than this pile of shit.
Not
back up,
Like
by
this
back
is
much.
the
up
line
now.
of shit that he shit out before he
Not
bit
by
Kraven.
much.
Hey, I'm not even gonna lie. I just seen the video like an hour before doing this. Because that's how interested I was in Madam Web. I always thought Madam Web was stupid from the get go. And I told you, Tony, that
Hmm.
that's Sony just trying to make money out of stupid shit. But at the same time, ruining themselves because they'll probably spend more money than what they'll make doing this piece of shit. And I, I don't really think, the trailers are already getting trashed. So the
Yeah.
movie ain't going to do no better. So who even asked for this movie? Like, I don't understand. Sony needs to, you know,
Because they have all these Spider-Man characters and they're trying to build a universe so they
no,
can release movies like Marvel.
no,
No,
no, they don't want that.
no.
It's not even working for Marvel no more. So they don't want that.
Nope.
If they want more success, they would stick with what they're doing with the animated series, like with across the Spider Verse, like all that. It was amazing. Like stick to that shit.
I
Like
feel,
we already have a multiverse set
I
up. Why do
feel
we need a live action one set up? Why can't it just be controlled from that fucking
Wait a
from
minute.
what?
So you're saying we already have a live action universe? We don't need another live action universe. Kevin Feige. Sleepy
No,
says we don't need a live action multiverse.
we already have one, which is the one we're running with. We don't need a whole nother confusing element where we're using Spider-Man, Marvel, and Marvel together, where now you have the multiverse, which is a timeline that Loki's controlling from Loki. Spoilers if you haven't seen it, it's been about a week. I apologize. Versus now it's Madam Web who can see everything.
Which takes place
it's
20
even
years ago.
like
This
it's
takes
just
place
weird.
20 years. This takes place 20 years before the events of Loki. So
Okay. See, that makes sense. But it's just
that makes
weird.
it better. That makes it better.
It gives it a little bit of slack, a little less hate. I understand a little bit, but you're making it now. Why aren't you talking to the direct studio you work with? Say, hey, we're doing the multiverse this way. Oh yeah, sorry, no, we're making it this way, dude. Sorry. Okay, well then stop making movies together. Because it's just fucking confusing to people who don't read comics or understand anything at this point. Like as a new person coming into this shit, it's so hard to keep track of everything that they're releasing and doing because half of it doesn't make sense. It doesn't line up.
But that's the point of comic books. You read in Marvel 40 a month, you read in DC 40 a month, you read in Image 20 a month, and then all the other independent comics. There's about 100 comics a month that some people keep up with, and they're able to keep all the stories together. It's supposed to be confusing, and then in one big team-up movie, it all makes sense. I'm not saying Sony's doing that, because right now Marvel can't do that, neither can DC, but that's the point of releasing these movies. I think Sony's just trying to make money. They have a character that they won't give back, and remember, they have to constantly produce a Spider-Man movie in order to maintain the rights of a character. So you will always get 2 to 3 of these movies a year just because they have to. You're going to get Venom 4, 5, 6, and 7. If Kraven the Hunter is slightly successful, you'll get 4 or 5 of those. If this movie is successful, you'll get 7 or 8 of those. Just they don't have a choice. Otherwise, they'll lose the rights to the character.
That makes
until,
sense.
like we said in the last episode, as Gecko said, until Apple buys everything. So this is just the way it is. And I do see Apple or Amazon buying everything, but can we all agree this thing sucks?
Yeah.
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 All right, and we don't want to go longer than that. If you like the content you're screening here, and if you agree this trailer sucks, or if you like this trailer, please leave a comment if you like this trailer. Please, because the three of us do now. And if
Please,
you do...
it's not to hate on you. It's not to make you feel like shit. We want to know what you enjoyed so we can see that point of view. We're not here to destroy your opinions. We're not here to make you feel like crap. We're not that kind of community. We're here to talk with each other and respect each other's opinions. That's all I had to say. Continue, Tony.
See, you get great insight from a man like that. Don't you just want to, ladies, see him dance the Macarena at the Super Bowl halftime? Just stick with that. Wow, I am impressed. Deuces, nerds.